Okay, so right here, we have Puff ex-bodyguard calling him out on Vlad TV for lying about the night Biggie was shot. And trust me, this is like a high-profile information, right? And you have to check it out, but we have to take a little bit clip from Vlad TV to avoid the copyright strike, right? So Vlad TV, please don't strike me. I'm about to show my people what's really going on. But if you want to check out the full interview, go check out Vlad TV on YouTube, right? But check out this first clip and let's discuss about it.
I said, Puff, I got some intel. The guys are coming to kill us tonight at the museum party. He said, Gene, I don't want to hear that shit. He said, you ain't got to go if you don't want to go. You understand? But I don't want to hear that.
Okay, so if you really listen to the first thing this guy had to say, you will understand that Puff's inability to listen to his advice at that moment is what got Biggie killed, right? There's no two ways about it. Puff's inability to listen to his advice is what got Biggie killed. And a lot of people are talking on the internet that, why wouldn't Puff listen to you since you happen to get the intel on time before the incident, right? And, a lot of people are also saying that, Puff was the one that put Biggie in that dangerous situation that made him to lose his life. You understand what I mean? Because sometimes when we get rich and get everything we need and we think we are the boss and stuff like that, we fail to listen to people. We fail to listen to advice because we think that, we got it all figured out and nobody can tell you nothing. And I think it's really crazy. You understand what I mean? Because Puff's inability to listen to this guy telling him that he got the intel that people are coming to get them killed tonight is what got Biggie killed, right? And it's crazy. But let's check out the second clip and hear what he have to say.
So, quiet as it kept, I'm the only one with toast. You know what I'm saying? I know Paul don't have nothing. I know D-Rock don't have nothing. I said, yo, y'all ready? He said, yeah, we ready. So we pulls out the driveway and now we lined up side the street. There's cars parked there from the opening of the museum all the way down to the corner. And we got across the street. Tone, who was behind me, said, yo, somebody in the car pointing a gun at Big them.
Okay, so if you really listen to this second clip, you will understand that the guy was saying that he was the only one with toast. That means he was the only one with protection. At that point, other bodyguards didn't have nothing. None of them had nothing. He was the only one with the protection. So right now, how do you expect me to move with you and go to this place where I got the intel that some people are coming to get us killed and I happen to be the only one with toast? So how are we really going to protect? That means that Puff didn't have any plan for security. Even after hearing what the guy have to say, right? Puff didn't have no securities. He didn't have plan because, when you get that kind of information and you're a high profile guy, like you're a celebrity and stuff like that, all you have to do is to get more securities and make sure that your guys are with protections, right? You know that everybody's, well equipped, but, that's crazy. Puff didn't listen. And that's why people on the internet are saying that Puff have something to do with the death of Biggie, which is allegedly, right? I'm not trying to accuse him, but it's really crazy. That is where he flopped. You understand what I mean? And the guy is saying getting at that parking lot and stuff like that, there's someone inside a car pointing the gun at Big. And it's crazy. But check out the third clip and let's hear what he have to say about it.
I goes to open the door. Fucking, next thing you know, you hear it say, pow! Pap, 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 pap! Yeah. 5 or 6 cars were like, pap, 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 pap! Right? Fucking Kenny guns the car going forward. I said, Kenny, what the fuck is you doing? He said they shooting at Big. He said, we don't know who they shooting at. He then goes up the block, stops, and do this 3-point, something like that, U-turn, comes back. And as we coming back, we see the guy turning the corner from the corner. He was parked on the corner because there's no way he could have got on the side unless his car was already parked there. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so fam, if you really listen to him, you will understand this is the point they started taking the shot at Big, right? It's really crazy. It's crazy because he's the only one that got protection, right? He's the only one that got protection. He couldn't do much. He had to protect himself first, protect Big, protect any other person, and he didn't know where the shot was coming at. You know, there was that car. You didn't know who was shooting. You didn't know the angle the person was, and you are the only one with protection, and it's crazy. And this is where I felt like crying. You know what I'm saying? This is where I felt so emotional, because if you really watch the video on Vlad TV, go check it out right now. If you watch the video on Vlad TV, you will see this guy's face expression and you will understand he's very emotional even after the many years Big was dead. And it's crazy. But let's check out the 14 he have to say about it. Check it out.
So now, we stops right in the middle, right in front of Big's car. We stops. Puff jumps out the front seat and runs around there to Big's car. All that shit running around the block. I ran down the block and shit like that. That's bullshit. When we got in front of the car, he jumps out the car, ran over to the Big's side of the car. So now I'm behind Puff and I'm looking down the block and everything like that. Puff said, "Can you know what hospital is?" He said, "Yeah, I know where the hospital is." And Big said, he said, "Yo, Big, I'm gonna get you to the hospital. Big, I'm gonna get you to the hospital." And Big said, "Just do it," before I close the door. He said, "Just do it." Lucy said he didn't say nothing. But I see he's a 17-year-old kid. He in shock and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? When those shots went off, I heard somebody was on your program said everybody ducked down in the car. Only one person ducked, and that was Puff. Everybody else was trying to look back or was looking back at the situation. Kenny was driving forward. We all was trying to look back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this sounds more crazy, right? Because if you get to listen to the 14 the guy had to say, you'll understand that Puff happens to be the one that was trying to take cover, right? He wasn't looking back to see what was going on. He was so afraid of his life because right now, you know, his friend who is Biggie is being shot and stuff like that. And it's crazy. It's crazy because he is still the person that they told that something was about to happen and he didn't listen, right? He turned deaf ear. And later on, when the stuff happened, he was trying to hide himself. It's crazy, like, you know, really crazy. You know what I'm saying? But check out the 15 the guy had to say, you know.
You finally got to the hospital and you found out that Big had died. How'd you feel?
I knew he was dead.
You already knew.
I already knew. When we pulled him out the car, and I know people going, you know, because you know how the internet is. Yo, you didn't have to say that. When he had soiled himself, let me just put that way, and I grabbed him, and you had the stent, I dropped his leg, man. It's like all my strength had left my body. You know what I'm saying? And then I heard somebody say, "Gene, what you doing?" And I just grabbed him. And we put him up on that damn stretcher. That's a lot of dead weight, bro. But I was like, Paul came to me and said, "Yo, Gene, what's wrong?" I said, "That nigga dead, Paul." He said, "No, dog, he just was hit. It's trauma." I said, "Nigga, he pissed and shit on himself. He dead."
Okay, so if you really listen to what he had to say this time around, you really understand that he already knew that Biggie was dead. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds crazy, but, you know, he already knew because he sounds like a real G, right? You know how he plays out, and it's really crazy. And this is the time that, you know, he felt so emotional. This is the time like he felt like the whole world is falling apart. And that's how he goes, because this guy is really working for Puff, but he's a friend to Big, right? He's Big's best friend. So it's really crazy, bro. You know, this is the time that, you know, you want to cry, but you can't cry. You've been in that situation that you want to cry but you can't cry, but you know that the deal is done and it's crazy and nobody can do anything about that, and you are just like a walking ghost, bro. You are just like a walking ghost. But let's check out the 6th thing he had to say about it. Check it out.
And so then I walk in the hospital, Puff coming running out the back door, and he grabbed my arms. He grabbed both of my arms because they was giving the people in the hospital a lot of problems, because now fans and people in there who the entourage like that, I was like, yo, y'all get the fuck out this hospital right now. Now I'm in my beast mode. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, you know, I hate to be like that because it's hard to come back from that. And that always got me in a lot of trouble. But Puff grabbed me both of my arms. He said, Gene, we gotta pray. We gotta pray. And I pushed that nigga hands off me and I said, pray for what? That nigga's dead.
Okay, so at this point, you realize that, you know, this guy mood have changed, because, you know, why he have to be like that is because he warned Puff that this was going to happen, but Puff didn't listen to him, right? That is why his mood had to change, because he saw it coming, he got the intel, but Puff wasn't listening. And what are you really going to tell him? Right now, he's on his beast mode, right? And no man likes to be in his beast mode, especially in his field of work. You know, trying to secure. Right now, he couldn't secure. Everything happened and he got the information on time. So for Puff to come back to him to say, let's pray and stuff like that, man, you don't pray for stuff like that, because the prayer and the revelation came before time, but you didn't listen. Right? He got the intel, he got the information on time, and he told you this is what is going to happen. You didn't listen to him. Right now, Big is dead, and you're trying to come and tell me, let's pray. Pray for words. Pray for words. I told you, you didn't listen. Right now, you can understand why people are saying that, you know, Puff did it intentionally. Right? It's just that he wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. We have so many people out there who don't listen to advice, and it's really crazy when it has to do with, you know, human life. You know what I'm saying? And it's really crazy, bro. It's really crazy. And it's really crazy. But a big shout out to Vlad TV, you know, for pulling it up. The interview is about an hour on Vlad TV, right? You can go watch the full interview. We just had to take some clips from Vlad TV. So Vlad, baby, don't strike me. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. But, you know, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. This story is really crazy because the guy keeps on telling the same story over and over again. He never switch. That means he's saying the truth. And if you watch the full video on the clip, on the interview with Vlad TV, you will see that he didn't blink. That means everything he said is facts. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and share your opinions on the comment section. Tell me what you think about it. And don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. See you on the next video. Memes Official, and I'm out. Let's go.